Um, so I thought he sounded confident in this intro press conference. Um, Sounded like JJ Redick, man. I mean, we've been kind of seeing him on TV. We've been seeing him on First Take. We've seen the clips with LeBron and everything like that. So, I mean, yeah, he sounded confident. Um, but I mean, he doesn't know what he doesn't know right now. And he made mention of that as well. He's smart enough to know that he doesn't know things at the moment. Um, but like I was telling Shay Murray and Vito earlier, I mean, uh, he had the balls to step up and want this job, and that is that's the first step. You got to be confident to take this job. You got to have thick skin to take this job. Being the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers means every game you're on the hot seat. Right or wrong, fair, not fair, it is what it is. A lot of fans are having you on the hot seat every single game.
But it
Uh,
doesn't. But that don't mean shit to management though. So let's establish that, please. Oh my God. Please, let's
Here he
establish that right
goes.
now.
oh yes, yeah, it does. That does not mean anything to management. It's just the public pressure. Hopefully he can. I'm sure he understands that. I mean, if you're coming to coach the Lakers, you got to know that there's going to be public pressure. Um, and like Vito said, it has nothing to do with exactly how management feels necessarily. Um, but I mean, yeah, he sounds confident. Sounds like he's prepared for the outside noise that the Lake Show can bring, that Lakers Nation can bring. Um, I mean, I don't think we really learned anything necessarily that we didn't know about him, right? Like we already knew that he's a smart guy. I mean, the question's just gonna remain: can he lead men? Um, well, I guess we did learn that. Well, I guess we probably already knew, but Anthony Davis was involved in the decision. Sounded like Anthony Davis signed off on having JJ. So, um, and Rob Pelinka was very careful to make sure to let us know that LeBron was not involved, but he was supportive. He was very careful to mention that.
Are those adjectives?
Man, listen.
I mean, I know they're not, but geez, what a way to use it.
I, I mean, they're trying to spin it, but I mean, I feel like we all know LeBron was involved in this decision. I think we can all agree on that. LeBron was involved. He just doesn't want it to look like he was involved for whatever reason, whatever the case may be. He doesn't
Cause
want
he
to.
didn't
He
want it
doesn't.
seen with control by LeBron, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make it. I think LeBron doesn't want to make it seem like this was all like a big coup. To get Darvin out, to get his guy JJ in. Um, so I mean, but we all know LeBron was involved in this decision. You can't bring in a new coach and not have one of your franchise players be involved in the decision. At least in the loop about it. But um, it's good that AD signed off on it. So I mean, if AD signed off, we know most likely LeBron has signed off on this. So to have your two top guns, uh, see what I did there, to have your two top guns, signed off on the new coach, that's going to be a good start for JJ. Um, I like that he mentioned that he wants to have a championship standard. I like that he wants to set the expectations early with the players. I like that he's excited about Rui and Austin. He can't really say D'Lo yet because we don't know what's going to happen with D'Lo, but Austin and Rui, we know they're going to be on the squad. We know we're going to be able to work with them. So I'm excited that he's excited about those two players in particular. But I mean, we gonna see, man. The lights shine brightest in LA, and pressure bust pipes. So we gonna see what it does to Mr. JJ Redick. I mean, I think Magic Johnson said it best though. I'm cautiously optimistic about JJ Redick. Like I want it to work. I want it to work. So let's see how it goes.
You can go, Vito.
Uh, I'm a Duke guy anyway, so I love Duke. He's got the tutelage from a Hall of Famer, which should matter, especially from Coach K. But still, it has to translate onto the court. But again, I agree with Jason. I don't have a issue with whoever would have got hired. It's just I'm gonna have a problem with his reps as a coach, like I mentioned earlier. Unless it's a culture thing that head coaches, not even head coaches, because I know you most likely won't see the head coach for the summer leagues. But if you're a fresh coach coming in the league with no reps, bruh, that's so ignorant and counterproductive if you're not going to be there, the coach, the first game of summer league. Or at least show your face, be on that bench. I understand summer league is a chance for the assistants to get their run, but that first game, your best rookies are going to be out there. Your draft picks are going to be out there. Guys that are looking for more burn and playing time are going to be out there. There's no reason why JJ shouldn't have his ass out there either. I didn't say coach the whole summer league, but damn it, it's about appearances, and like Shane said, that the public matters, their opinion matters. So, let's just start on a right foot. Unless organization comes down and says JJ doesn't need to be there, as hungry of an analyst he is, I know he would be as hungry or even more as a coach, especially an intro coach, fresh coach. Just be out there, Jay. I want to see your face. Even if you're not standing and coaching, your appearance there is going to mean everything. So I just want him to be out there for game 1 of Summer League. That's it.
Okay. To address both of y'all's soliloquies, or whatever you want to call it. I think I'm not mistaken that before Chauncey Phillips started coaching his first season, he coached Summer League. If I'm not mistaken.
So, I mean, but it makes sense, right, Shane? I mean,
it makes sense, but this fan base. Like, they saw Lonzo struggle. Oh, they fucked up the pick. They saw Ingram struggle. Oh, they fucked up the pick. If you see him try to run a couple plays in just one game and it don't gain traction, it's they made a mistake. But
are we speaking for Summer League, or are we speaking for the regular season?
I'm speaking Summer League. Like he coaches one Summer League game. He tried to run some of his stuff, and it's not working or it's not translating. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Lakers made a mistake. But to JJ's credit, he seemed like he's down for anything, but management is holding him back a little bit. Okay, if you notice, even when he said, personally, I don't give a fuck what people gotta say. Watch Rob's face.
Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
He was very uncomfortable with him saying that. And then he was trying to avoid the whole Hurley situation. KJ stepped up and talked about it. I'm good with the Hurley situation. Let's move on, though. I'm good with it. Plus, people got to remember, Hurley's from the Duke family, too. So he's not going to trip about Hurley.
Wait, did Dan Hurley play for Duke?
His brother played for Duke.
Well, that's not really the same thing, right?
It's part of the family, though.
Okay.
supposed to be one of that correction, whatever. My point is, he knows.
Shane, what you said was 100%
He
correct.
has an idea of Hurley. So being that's Duke, he's not gonna trip on that. Plus, as he said, he knows he'd never coached before. Hurley went to 2 championships. He got 2 championships where he's at. So and keeping up with the theme, I'll finish in a minute, Jack. And keeping up with the theme, everybody's saying, I feel I'm cautiously optimistic. Like everything he showed in the press conference was basically everything I know about JJ. Like he's very smart. He's very analytically savvy, very about analytics. He has a swag to him, and he has a bit of a temper if you push him the right way, but he has a way of controlling it too. So I feel like that all came out all at once, and he's embracing the smoke. So it's going to be a learning curve, and he knows it. He's embracing everything that comes with LA. We just have to wait and see. But what Rob can't do, and it's the only thing I will criticize Rob about, he has a habit of not aligning his roster building with the coach's system. Like,
sounds like JJ just wants to shoot threes out there.
Well, he wants to do ball movement and threes, and he also emphasized 2-way players. So I mean, you emphasize 2-way players, but you already saying reports we're targeting a Larry Shamet. That doesn't add up, for example. Or even when Darvin was coaching, the main thing was getting more wings, 3-and-D wings, and then Darvin playing 3-guard lineups. Like I don't know where the disconnect was, but you got to line that up better. Like, you can't build a roster this way and the coach trying to go this way.
But you can only work with what you got.
Coach takes all the blame. So that's the only thing I say they got to get together on. But besides that, everything's about reps and giving them their adequate time to see what he can do, and then we'll see what happens.
Really quick, you're talking about how people were getting on, but Lonzo won the summer league MVP.
Oh, Lonzo was balling in summer league.
Jumper's still struggling. My point is, like, if Laker fans see something struggle in the summer league, they're gonna panic. If they see a lose a streak first week out or something like that, they're gonna panic.
So
I mean, it's summer league at the end of the day. Like,
fuck him, Shane. We're not. I don't.
I mean, we can say that.
We're not those fans. We're not those fans, though, Shane. So let's establish that right now. We're not those type of fans, bro.
We're very few, though. We're very few.
Yeah, I mean, with summer league, I think we all know, like, you gotta take summer league with a grain of salt. Even if you see somebody balling, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that. I'm just saying.
Do you know that?
Goes out there.
Last summer, you seen your boy Max Christie balling out. You talking about that man should be playing 30 minutes.
Yeah, Max Christie rep me down. I'm not as high as him as everybody else is appearing to be. So, yeah. So I'll take
you said he let you down?
He let me down.
You off Max Christie now?
I think he's solid, but I'm not with the hype. Everybody trying to give him, he should be in the rotation. Like, nah, he needs work. But
what?
He needs work.
On. Wait a minute. So
well, he got to get reps to get work.
Now that everybody's on the Max Christie hype train, you decided to jump off it?
Well, what disappointed me was watching his interview with Lamar Odom on his podcast.
What'd he say? Because ain't nobody watching no damn Max Christie interview.
Lamar Odom podcast. Jay Murray watches everything.
So you know how, like, a lot of times now they try to give him or they were trying to develop into being a ball handler. And it looked like he's struggling a lot. Like, he said he didn't have problems handling the ball, or he thinks he didn't have problems handling the ball, comfortable handling the ball, because in high school he used to play point guard. Okay. And it's like, bruh, the way the turnovers you be doing, the way you handle the ball, does not scream point guard.
As long as we don't bring none of that trash from last year to this year, I mean, that's the start. That's where we have to start. Just don't mimic or don't duplicate anything that we did last year. Please don't.
I think Max Christie could give us, in a pinch, solid, like, 15 minutes.
He could be solid as long as you give him a very specific role. Like if you tell him focus on defense,
go out there, play some defense,
and knock down quarter threes, he good. But if you try to give him more than that, he's not ready to handle that yet.
No, we need him to play defense, knock down shots, and then when
corner
they close out, drive to the paint and do what you do, jump over somebody.
No, corner three. So don't. You gotta simplify it as much as possible. Don't tell them you see a drive. No, simplify it as much as possible. Bro, you can't do nothing else.
If somebody,
then he don't need to be on the fucking court. He don't need to be on the fucking court. If he can't fucking,
if somebody's closing out hard to you, you pump fake him and go to the rack. Like what the hell is he doing in the NBA?
I mean, he could do that on occasion, but I'm just like I said. Simplify
just don't force it, Shane. As long as he doesn't force anything.
Yeah, don't force.
I'm not mad at him trying.
I mean, he doesn't force anything. He just make a lot of like immature turnovers, like he back in high school.
He's young still, right? He's young, isn't he?
Yeah, he's young, but it's like if you telling me you have experience running point, and you telling me in a court you can't handle the ball, that's a problem for me.
All right, what's up, Galvez?
Yeah, Galvez. We're talking about J.J. Redick, the introduction, him being the new head coach.
Thoughts, questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, I was telling Wilson today I saw like a little post where it's like J.J. Redick's last 5 years, where it was like played for this team, got waived, played for another team, got waived, started his multimedia thing, started a podcast, now he's a Laker coach. There's nothing about, I hope I'm wrong, because I'm a Laker fan first. There's nothing about this hire that tells me we did it. We did a good job. I mean, it's so obvious it's LeBron's hire, so just got to live with it. But the last it's crazy because something's got to change. LeBron's a year older. AD, was this lightning in a bottle that he was able to be healthy all year? He's gonna be a year older. Who knows if he's gonna be able to be healthy all year? And with D'Lo, we saw this twice already, back to back, where he has a really good regular season, and the playoffs he just who knows. So they got to do something, find a way, even if it's short term, maybe somehow find a way to get Trae Young, find a way to get something, but they got to change. Even though D'Lo might be a better fit, but they already proved it's not going to work. What, Gabe Vincent healthy or Vanderbilt sudden? That's going to be Max Christie, who's quote unquote young, and he's coming into year 4.
Year 3 actually,
or 3, yeah. But you already know when a player's going to be solid, you could see it right away. Like it might take him a couple years to develop, but there's nothing. We thought the same about what was it? What was that dude that got traded to Utah?
THT.
Yes.
Don't get him started on THT. Man.
Oh, that man's still ugly. Oh my goodness.
He was supposed to be untouchable. He was, and all the good players, they trade him away for, all the, Kuzma and Clarkson and all, even though they're not young anymore, but they were young when they got traded. So
what's his name? Coach of the Celtics. I mean, it's all about it's all about what you demand from your player. But what sets the Celtics different from us is if they have the personalities, we don't really see it on the court. We see it maybe sometimes in the way that Jason Tatum answers an interview, or we see the way that Brown answers an interview, but I don't think those guys have the personalities like LeBron and AD, or they don't need that, because I understand. I agree with you. He doesn't have any experience. Yes, this coach, you could have picked any better coach, but Missoula came in with no experience, and look how he's handled his championship team.
But he was an assistant coach, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was an assistant.
He was some sort of coach. He was on the bench at least last year, where he got some.
Yeah, he was
which is understandable, but nigga, that's not head coach. That's a different seat. That's a way different seat. And for him to establish ground with the Celtics, even though they were already an established team. So let me not have them fucked up. But still, though, inexperience for that seat, for that head coaching seat, in the way that he came in and showed, class, showed that he's been there before, shown that, bro, I can do this. JJ just has to come in with the same demand, just demand respect, earn it, and maybe your team will respond to you. Because if you see the way that the Lakers were playing last year, they just weren't responding to the coach, and it hampered us, and it was brought onto the court, as you can see. But you see the relationship with Missoula and his squad. It's just so different, bro, than our relationship with our coaches. So, man, it's about how they're going to receive him, how they're going to respond to him, and that goes a long way. Galvez, I think so. But when you say he's just a yes coach, like that was a LeBron hire, I agree. But Jay, not you, Jay, but JJ, you gotta. Now I'm speaking in third point, but he's got it. Again, I don't want to repeat my shit, but oh man, look how he was today on the interview when he said, "I don't give a fuck." That was real, right? That was real, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody expect that from him today? Or did y'all expect?
It's on brand for him. Because he has a temper about him if you push him.
That's what we need, though. We need somebody that's just, hey man, get where you're supposed to be. What's up?
The thing, though, what's the team? What's it gonna be like when they go on their first 5-game losing streak?
That's what I want to know.
When he needs to call out LeBron for not running back on defense, or
right,
like that's where it comes. It becomes a little tricky because at the end of the day, LeBron is his own guy out there. There's not one coach. Probably the only coach he really truly respected was probably Spoelstra after like the second year. But and then how's the team gonna feel knowing that they drafted his son just because that's his daddy?
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second, because we got a lot of other stuff to talk about, and we have to get into the draft. We have to get into, I know, and then what? So free agency starts July 1st, right?
No,
but hold on,
30th.
Hold on, Wilson. One more thing, Wilson, please. Just 10 seconds of this.
Okay.
When you watch JJ on his podcast on ESPN, he's no joke. He is no joke, bro. He's no bitch. He's no, oh, look at this. None of that, bro. When he speaks
straight.
What I'm saying is bring that same energy that you are as an analyst, as a broadcaster, and bring that into your coaching. No bullshit. Be direct, no bullshit. Just like you are, you keep players accountable during your broadcast. You tell people what you don't like, and just be the same person. Don't change. That's all I gotta say.
He did say that. He said, for me to be a good coach, I have to be me.
Him.
So.
And he's no games. He's no games when he's speaking on ESPN and ABC and doing the games. He's no joke, bro.
That's why I didn't like him on commentary, because he's not like funny. His voice is very vanilla. You know what I mean?
Go ahead. My fault though. That's all I wanted to say.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So
before I just got JJ was trash on commentary. I'm glad he's got a new job. Let's go, JJ. Let's do this.
Woo. All right. Look. So free agency, I guess, starts June. You say June 30th, right? So is that what?
Officially open June 30th. They can officially sign July 6th.
Right. Okay. So whatever. So that's Sunday, right?
He's better. JJ was better as an analyst. I just had to say that. But.
And just important, the player options, D'Lo, Bron have till the 29th to decide what they're gonna do.
But we know LeBron is opting out, right?
LeBron's gonna
That's
opt
what
out
everybody's
soon,
saying.
man. We know what this fool's gonna do, man. Like,
is D'Lo opting in to get traded?
That's what it appears to be, because like the team's already telling him, like they're gonna pay him less than what he's making. Like Orlando said, he's on their radar, but he's not gonna make as much as he's making now. So it's either take a long-term deal for less money, or opt in, get max your money out, and go wherever the Lakers send you.
He don't deserve the money that he's making now. He deserves a pay cut. Period. Tired of all that regular season shit.
I mean, he's I think with D'Lo it's just consistency and just keeping your confidence high despite the head coach. Like at the end of the day, man,
That's fair. That's fair.
As a player, you got to go out there and I mean, he was getting open shots. Like let's fucking be honest, right? Like he was getting some open shots. Now, did Darvin put him necessarily in the best position possible? No, he didn't, and that's why he got fired. So, I mean,
but D'Lo is going into year 8, so he's gonna be like 28. So we already know what D'Lo is. There's gonna be no surprises from here on out. I mean, again, he's shown his true colors 2 times in a year or 2 times in a row. What's going to happen in the playoffs? What's going to happen in the playoffs when JJ Redick needs to make him accountable, and he's going to maybe bench him for a long period of time? We already know, like, what D'Lo all of a sudden is going to change his stripes. He will not. So, it's just like Vito said, we've seen this too many times in the regular season.
But he can build off of that.
Will a new coach though that's going to put him? That a new coach that actually understands spacing and understands, how shooters operate, will that help D'Lo flourish though?
It could. I mean, he flourished under Darvin Ham.
And my thing is, I was
gonna say, he can build. He can build.
You want to shoot more threes, but you want to get rid of the best shooter you got on the team.
No, Shane, I agree with all y'all. I was pretty harsh about my comment of him not deserving money. That's the last thing I want to put on a man. So let me take that comment back. But what I want to say is the shades of glory that I seen D'Lo when I wanted him to step up last year, which was all I was asking, and he did that. I think he can build off of those moments.
I remember, and Shane Murray didn't think that he could do it. Remember? You were
Stop it.
Vito asked D'Lo to get 20 plus points a game, and Shane Murray said no, he can't do that. And I was like, damn, that's messed up.
I didn't say it like that.
That's how I remember it.
Can he build from?
That's how you remember everything.
But can he build? Can he build from last year? Of course he can. But will he stay consistent, like Jay says? That is the big question.
That's the big question.
Will he shut down when something doesn't go his way?
Shane Murray said he couldn't do it.
Let me say this in terms of his money, though. Like, the reason why he went up in money, because remember when he was with Golden State, they packaged him in the signing trade for Wiggins.
Okay.
So they went up to like 25 so they can be able to match a salary to get Wiggins. And then when that contract canceled out or phased out, the Lakers gave him 18 to make it a reasonable number so he could be traded. Yeah. So that's why he's at the number he's at.
He deserves his money when he's playing like we know he can play.
Yeah, for sure.
The worst thing that happened to him was he dropped a 0 in Game 3 when they needed him the most because they were already down 2-0. A lot of Laker fans, they are not gonna they're gonna forget about that.
Greg in particular, he will not let D'Lo live that.
Of course he won't.
Bro, it's a Game 3.
Yeah.
You gotta win because
you can't have 0
and
points.
You're at home.
Starting point guard.
Bro, I'm gonna lie to you right now. I could go out there.
I could go out there and get a
layup
in the playoffs.
What'd you say, Shane?
And then we're not gonna get on Gabe Vincent and not doing anything in the playoffs. Like, why is
But
No,
we didn't
this is
expect
this
him
is
to
not
do
the
it.
shit on.
but
This
we
is
already
not the
knew
shit.
that Gabe Vincent was trash.
Yeah, we
This
didn't
is not the
expect.
shit on D'Lo show. We're not.
Yeah.
This isn't the shit on D'Lo show. We're not doing that. We're not.
No.
But just
I'm just saying,
just
there was other things that's happening other than he scored a donut in game 3. Like,
But
Spencer
he's
there's
still
no
Dinwiddie
he's
barely
excuse.
scored a
the starting
bucket.
point guard.
There's no
Yeah, when
excuse
you're
though.
their, when you're
He's
their
the starting
third,
point guard. He had 0 points.
when
Yeah.
you're
I
their
could go
third
out
best
there
option,
out of shape and go. I could go get a layup.
you could at least drive to the basket and draw a foul, something.
Something.
How many
And he was
attempts
just-
did he
So my
have?
dude, like
He was
game
0
2,
for
he
7.
had a record 3-point attempts and made. So what do
Bro,
you?
He
Bro,
had
he
a
saw-
game with 0 points.
he shot. He shot.
Y'all
he
didn't
went
do that to Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, but Shane, he only shot 7 times.
Yeah, he checked out
man.
mentally. You could tell that game 3. He checked out.
0
He
points.
checked out mentally, and he was their third
Bro,
option.
I love D'Lo.
So
Ain't no excuse for 0 points, man.
And I-
Not 0.
I like D'Lo even when he snitched on Nick Young. I still like. I didn't want to trade him. I thought he was a really good player, but I mean,
So
he
forget
dropped.
about it, cuz.
Yeah, but his game changed after that.
Yeah,
And the locker room didn't welcome him either. Jeez.
you saw
I
his
wonder
body
why.
language
What
too.
the hell?
Remember
You
when
can't be
he
doing
was?
that.
Remember when he was on the bench and Darvin Ham was trying to call a timeout and everybody was huddled around and he was sitting on
I
the
didn't like
bench. I mean, bro. I mean,
I
now
didn't like
if you're playing a damn good game and the coach takes you out, all right, that's fine. That's your competitive whatever spirit. But you're playing the worst game possible. Coach calls a timeout. You can't even be there for your teammates.
I think, at that point, I mean, I think we were pretty much all out on Darvin, but like
Yeah.
you can't do that. Like you can't not join the huddle in a
No.
damn playoff game like that. It's not a good
Knowing
look.
you're about to be a free agent,
Yeah.
and you can
Well,
opt out, like, bro, come on now.
That's the difference between a good player and a great player. You look at the great point guards, they demand respect, they demand leadership. That's just what it is. And it doesn't matter who the fuck is your marquee player. If you are a leader, if you are the starting point guard, demand respect. Take over when LeBron is or when somebody when it's not your day or when it's not your time. Your appearance on that court has to mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like the players should still be responding to you. It's like when D'Lo goes down, it's just like, all right, well, fuck D'Lo. We playing 4 on 5. And not only do the Lakers respond to that, but the other team responds to it. It's like, dude, D'Lo's acting like that. We ain't tripping on him. But you don't see people doing that with Dame. You don't see people doing that with Brunson. That's what I'm trying to say. Those are the greats, and when you want to be great, you will establish respect. D'Lo doesn't. He's like, oh, I don't want to disrespect LeBron. AD. Fuck all of that, man. Fuck it. With those type of players, though, you're gonna have to demand respect, bro. You are.